Hi, good morning, and welcome back to the Kristin Omdahl Show. This is episode 1043, and we are here live in my garden studio in Southwest Florida. If you are joining me live today, please say hello. If you end up watching the recorded version, please also feel welcome to say hello in the comments. If you have questions, let me know. If you want to share what you've been working on, let all of us know. I'll wait a few minutes before beginning so people have a chance to pop over from pre-chat and notifications. Hi Lily, good morning. Hi Julie, hi Karen, good morning. Hi Judy, happy Friday everybody. I think I'm right this time. Hi Grace and Joe and Sean and Donna, good morning. Hi Proverbs. Hi Val. Hi Judy. Good morning everybody, happy Friday and welcome back to the Kristin Omdahl Show. This is episode 1043. Hi Diane, good morning. Hi Christine and Anna, good morning. Hi Yana. We've got a busy show today. I've got lots to show you. I have been busy making these three-dimensional flowers to attach to my ivy wall back here. I thought doing three-dimensional flowers in white would look like little gardenias up there. Can you see how they're three-dimensional? They're super easy to make, and I have shared this before on my YouTube channel, and I've also shared it on my website in the past with a brighter colored yarn, and I ended up redoing the video yesterday while making the white ones. And I know some people are going to say, I wish you'd have used a different color yarn. I can't see the yarn, I can't see the stitches very well while you're working. But here's a learning opportunity. If you see how I manage to work with white yarn, maybe it'll help you see how you will manage working with white yarn, including making sure that you have a contrast color crochet hook and you have a contrast surface behind it, and that will really help you to see the color better. So while you can watch the original video on the free pattern page, I'm going to live premiere the video doing it in white yarn right after the show today so that you can watch that tutorial. And it only took me about 4 minutes to make each one of them, and I think I made 15 last night. So I'm going to attach some of them to the wall with you this morning. I thought that would be fun. But if you'd like, first I can go over real quick how to make one of these, and then we can talk about it live so that if you have any questions you can ask. So I started by tying my yarn to my crochet hook, chain 5 and slip stitch to form a ring, and then the repeat for round 1 is chain 3, double crochet in the ring, chain 3, slip stitch in the ring. So there's the chain 3, double crochets, yarn over your hook, insert your hook in the ring, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook, chain 3, and then slip stitch again in the ring. And what that's done is created our first petal. So for round 1, we're going to repeat that petal a total of 6 times so that we have 6 petals, and that's creating that first little flower inside the second flower, or second concentric ring, I guess. So I'll do the other 5 repeats now a little faster since I went over it slow to show you what I was doing. And then we'll move on to round 3 so I can show you some tips about working round 2 and round 3. And then if we have time, we will go over to the ivy wall and attach them. I'm leaving the tails extra long so that I can attach them to the wall. I might even attach them at the same spot on both sides of the wall so that the wall ends up being reversible with flowers too. They are so pretty, and in nature the flowers wouldn't perfectly show up on one side anyway, so I kind of like that idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 more to go. And then if we have time, just like I do every year before I leave for taping Knit and Crochet Now, I brought out my outfits that I plan on taking, most of which are in my Amazon shop. So if there's anything that you like that I picked out, you can find it there too. We'll go over that in a minute, because there are special wardrobe requirements when you're taping on TV. Okay, so here's what round 1 should look like. You should have 6 petals. And now round 2 is the tricky part. It's something that you don't do every day in crochet, and it's something that you need to do to have this three-dimensional effect. See how it's three-dimensional there? So round 2 is worked behind round 1. So I'm going to come around here and see if my hands show up. Maybe about there. So I'm going to do chain 4. Pull that petal forward. I hope this is showing up. Pull that petal forward and then slip stitch in the next slip stitch. So it's chain 4 and slip stitch in the next slip stitch, but you want, and I'm going to come around now so you can see it from both sides. But here's the front of the flower. I'm working those chain 4 slip stitches in the back of the flower. Okay, and when I have all 6, you'll see it better. So I'm going to do all 6 and then I'll show you again. So it's chain 4, go behind the petal, and then come back and slip stitch in the next slip stitch. You want to make sure these chain 4s are behind. And like I said, the tutorial video for this will be a live premiere right after the show today. Live premieres at 9:30, so you can watch up close with real tight overhead shots so you can see it nice and close. And then if you still don't like showing white yarn, which like I said, I think it's a learning opportunity to show it both ways, since if we want to work with white yarn, it's good to get familiar with what it looks like working with white yarn. And like I also said, making sure that you have high contrast things, like see how my hook is a high contrast color to the yarn, and even the table in the video that you'll see, it is a very different color than the white, and that really helps to separate the yarn so that you can see it better. Good lighting also helps too. Okay. Can you see how I have those chain 4 spaces now behind the flower? That's the wrong side of the work. Here's the right side. It still looks like we only did round 1 because we did round 2 behind. Okay, so now round 3 is going to be worked right side facing, but in those chain 4s that are behind round 1. So I'm slip stitched into my first chain 4 space here. Okay, that's the right side facing, that's the petals facing, but I'm working behind in the chain 4s, and it's chain 3, 3 doubles, chain 3, slip stitch in. I'm going to come back around now. Now that I showed you where it is, I can show you from here. So it's each repeat in each chain 4 space is slip stitch, chain 3, 3 doubles, chain 3, slip stitch, and you want to repeat that in every chain 4 space around, so that you'll have the 6 larger petals behind the 6 smaller petals, thus creating a 3-dimensional flower. Isn't that super simple? I mean, and think of the applications. You could add this to a headband. You could add this to a scarf. You could add this to an afghan. You could add this to a shawl. You could add this to a purse. Like, you could add this to homemade stationery. What if you were going to write handwritten notes? You could use little tiny flowers on there as well. You could make earrings out of this. I would do it in maybe smaller. I would go a little bit smaller, but still that 3-dimensional aspect of these flowers really makes them pop as anything. You could do it in wire and create a pendant for a necklace. Like the options are really limitless. What would you like to add crochet flowers to? I'm going to add them to my ivy wall so it looks like it's gardenias growing in there, and I think that's going to be a nice little hack for having beautiful gardenia looking flowers on my fake ivy wall. Yep, you could do wine glass tags on here, absolutely, and do them in different colors. That's a great idea too. Okay, and so after the last repeat now, we can fasten off. I would leave these long so that you can use the tails for tying them on there, and we'll do that next. But there is, yes, flip-flops would be adorable. See, that's 3-dimensional. You could add it to anything. I have done patterns with this where I have used this as the base of a motif. After that, you could turn this into a motif after doing this. I did that in, which book was that? Seamless Crochet. I did a baby hat and a blanket. Can't remember if it's on my website or not. It will be eventually. Oh, and I wanted to mention this water bottle to you. It's something that I found recently that was mind-blowing to me, especially since when I travel, I end up having to buy really expensive bottled water in airports and wherever else that I'm going. And this is a water bottle that has 2 filters in it. You can fill up anywhere. You can fill up in the sink in a public bathroom. You can fill up in a drinking fountain anywhere and have two really amazing filters. There's two filters in here. One of them gets out all sorts of bacteria that would be in the water, and what was the other thing the first one did? Bacteria and microplastics. And then the other one gets rid of chlorine and other chemicals and pesticides and herbicides. So you never have to buy, oh, and I said microplastics. So you'd never have to buy water again. I found, and they donate a portion of every sale to help people in third world countries have clean water. It's a $40 water bottle, but the filters last like 1,000 gallons or something like that. But if I never have to buy bottled water when it's super expensive again, it's worth its weight in gold to me. Honestly, I'll probably make the money back just in this trip I'm about to take to Indiana next week. So for me, it's a game changer. I am so excited about it, and I don't know why I didn't know about this before now. I will never buy bottled water again, like ever. I'm blown away. Maybe some of you already know about this, but for something to get rid of all that stuff and get rid of microplastics, I'm blown away. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you. And it's tap water and it tastes delicious, so yay. All right, so who wants to go attach some, oh, I have something else to show you that I plan on attaching to the ivy wall too, and I'll get your feedback and see what you guys think. Let's see, so not only did I do a bunch of these three-dimensional gardenia flowers, but a while back I also did a bunch of hearts. I did a bunch of these hearts in Be So Scrubby too, and I don't think I want to attach them to the wall. What I think I want to do is make a garland out of these and then maybe drape it over the other ivy wall over there. What do you guys think? Would that be cute as heart garland instead of attaching it like I'm doing with the flowers? But really cute either way, even if I attached it as flowers. So here's a flower that I finished, one of these 3D flowers, and I want to show you how I attach them. It helped working from the opposite side that you want the flowers to be on. So I want the flowers to show on this side, so I'm going to walk around to the other side of the ivy wall. Pop the flower through and attach the tails, tie the tails in a knot on two sides of the trellis. And then I'll come back around and zhuzh it around so that I can make sure that it's not being covered by the leaves. But I had a hard time tying this from the front side, so I prefer tying it from the opposite side. So we'll tie the tails. You can come back and weave these in or cut them short later. I'm not sure how long these types of decorations will last with super harsh Florida summer storms coming, but we'll see, we'll try it. So as you can see, I'm just going to zhuzh this around, make sure that it's in front of the leaves. And there we go, we've added another flower to the wall. Can you see it from there? I'm going to come closer. Isn't that adorable? And I think the more I put on it, the more you're going to see it. I did one in Be So Airy in a dark blue yesterday, and I feel like this one doesn't show up nearly as well. I think the white is a better contrast on there. What do you think? I think they're just adorable. All right, and oh, you want to see some plant updates while we're here? Might as well do some plant updates. So here's my plumeria. Here's my plumeria cutting. I have it in a pot now, and my avocado is doing unbelievable. My spider plant, this is the one that's 5 generations old in my family. It has a bunch of babies started already and some white flowers on it, so I feel like it's doing all right. It was getting burned in the sun, and because of that, I went to Facebook Marketplace yesterday and I found this beat up old umbrella with the heavy stand for not very much money. So I'm going to try to put it up in the early part of the afternoon, or anytime I think there's a lot of sun back here, to try to protect my plants from the direct light. I think that's the difference between, I think that's what my plants are suffering from. They like to be outside, but they don't like direct light. And that's why they did so well on the lanai, because it was a lot of exposure, but all the light was indirect. So I'm hoping that with this little cheap very old, not even gently used, it's pretty used umbrella. I'm hoping that it'll help them. And that also gives me another DIY project to make. What do you guys think about adding some sort of like a large scale doily like cover for the umbrella? Would you guys like to make something like that for your outside umbrellas this summer? Won't that be pretty? So I'll do some sort of lace overlay on it and then do some sort of fringe or edging on the bottom. And I will definitely share it with you and share a pattern. I think that if I feel like I mean, not everybody has new stuff, right? Yeah, I do have my Inno fans. I use them every day. I should contact them and get another link for you guys. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, so I thought when I realized that this was old and needed some sprucing up, I was like, you know what? Lots of people have old umbrellas at home and probably don't want to go and replace them either. So if I want to do some decorations to it, then maybe you would be interested as well. Let's see. Yeah, and I did my hair in milk braids today. So what I did was I made 2 ponytails back here, and then I slid the scarf through the ponytails, and then I did a twisted rope braid on each side with each ponytail, and then tied them to the top. I should probably do a tutorial on that, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. We'll get there. I really need to get through this trip to Indiana to tape the next season for Knit and Crochet Now, and then I'll get back to a regular schedule of lots and lots of fun content to share with you. Yes, recycling and upcycling is such an exciting part of crafting and being creative, Julie, and I definitely want to talk more about that as we head into summer. So, having said all that, I think we're caught up on the crafting stuff. How many minutes do we have? Yes, we definitely have some more time so we can go over the outfits. And then if you feel like joining me, we'll do the tutorial video live premiere at 9:30 for the 3D gardenia flowers for the wall. And I'll finish attaching them up here and share a photo with you later too. Okay, so let's go check out the outfits. I'll bring them up here. So you remember that I had this first floral top in white. Well, white is a color I'm not allowed to wear on camera for TV. So I was looking at other colors that came in, and it did come in a bright yellow, which I really wanted, but it couldn't arrive in time for the show. So I got this beautiful light sage green, which I think is going to look amazing on camera, especially since the background of the set is mostly white and it's so beautifully lit there. And even though I'm wearing store-bought clothes, which is what the producers want us to do in the show, I really wanted to have like a lace vibe going. Maybe not quite crochet or knit, but just still representing lace in general. So this one is lacy, and I found this one. And this is a pretty coral color too, which will look really great on set. But aren't those great lace sleeves? I thought this one was fun too. And this one's a waffle knit, and it has a zipper in the back, but super pretty sleeves, and I like the cuff on it. Then because I will be doing lots of overhead shots, I also think about the sleeve details on things. And so I grabbed this one. And first, I do think it's a very beautiful print, but I really like the sleeve detail on that. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, I think that'll look really pretty on set as well. And you may think I have a lot of tops here, but I'm going to be doing 8 patterns on 6 episodes, or 8 patterns on 7 episodes, something like that. So I have to bring more outfits than I want to wear, just in case they don't like something, or it clashes with something else that they wanted to promote. So this one is a cheetah print, which you know I love, and it has a V-neck. And it does have epaulets here, so you can roll the sleeves up and attach them here, which I love a sleeve with an epaulet. This one, I just thought the print was so pretty. Isn't that print just gorgeous? Oh, the other requirement is that everything has to have sleeves too. No sleeveless, or nothing sleeveless is allowed. No white, black, red, and no sleeveless. Isn't that beautiful? I thought that print and that color were just gorgeous. So that's everything on this side. And then I brought that denim shirt that ties in the front, it also has epaulets. I thought that might be interesting because denim blue is just one of my favorite colors. And then these are just from my closet, old eBay finds, but a really pretty floral top. I wore this on my birthday last year, and this really pretty coral linen top. It'll need to get ironed again, obviously. I pre-iron before I travel, just so that there's not a ton of ironing to do when you get there, but stuff like that linen top and even everything's gonna need to get ironed once we get there too. But I do feel like by pre-ironing a little bit, it gives me a little less work to do when I get there. And some of these tops are just no wrinkle tops as well, so that's good too. All right, can't really answer questions while I'm showing all that stuff, so I'll sit back down now and see if anybody has any questions for me, and if we have time, I'll just go attach some more leaves or some more flowers to the vine. Does anybody have any questions? The water bottle comes in 2 sizes. This is the 22-inch size, and there was also a 1-liter size. I just felt like because it's something I can fill up anywhere, I didn't need the bigger size, and I do love that it comes with a carabiner clip so I can attach it to my bag, which is going to be amazing for travel. I can't wait to take this to the airport next week and not buy expensive bottled water. Furious Flo wants to know if these privacy hedges are giving me the privacy I need. Well, at the moment, I don't have neighbors on either side. Everybody has gone home for the summer, which is really nice since I'm really trying to adjust in such tight living quarters here. It feels very much like I have zero privacy. So what I really wanted to the privacy ivy hedges were kind of twofold. It was to create a clean background for videos like this so that you don't see the neighbors' yards, especially when not all neighbors have clean, nice yards. So I thought it was going to help for that, number one, to also give me some privacy when taping, so that if somebody does decide to walk back and be nosy or be friendly or whatever, I thought that it was a way to show people that something's going on here and don't just barge in. So I wanted privacy for filming. And then third would be, yes, it is going to give me some privacy so that people can't just barge in to your space, because I have found that people feel like it's a-okay to just barge into your driveway when really the driveway is all you have now. So it is a very big change for me, and anything I can do to just create barriers so that people can't just barge in, especially since I'm filming and working, I feel like they're very helpful to me. But I also think they're beautiful. I really do. And I just like the extra greenery, and I'd prefer to see the extra greenery instead of neighbors and neighbors' homes. So I hope that answers for you, but I wanted to explain it because it's actually 3- or 4-fold what they are doing for me specifically, which might be different than what you're looking for if you're wanting to do something like that. If it's just your traditional backyard, you might just want it for privacy or for pop of color. That greenery is really more interesting. What if you have a neighbor with a junky backyard? Wouldn't you like to see a green wall instead of junky backyard? I mean, there's lots of reasons to do it. There's an eyesore somewhere. Someone said, make sure, well, obviously I would take this empty. You can't bring water into an airport, I know that, but that's the beauty of having a water bottle that can be filled up anywhere and still have clean water, perfectly clean water, is that you take it empty through security and fill it up anywhere for free. Obviously, yes. Yes, obviously you couldn't fill it before security. Whoever said that, I couldn't see who said it, but yes, doing a garland where you can change out the motifs for different seasons is a great idea. That is a great idea. So I think maybe using our stitch markers, our locking stitch markers, might be a way to do that. Or some sort of a ring. Or tie them, but you'd have to tie it with something that's easy to untie. That's the problem. Or something that you wouldn't mind cutting the ties. Yeah, but all great ideas. Hi, Judith. Good morning. Hi, everybody that I might have missed your names and what have you. Okay, well, we're done with all the big stuff. How about we do 30 seconds of closing our eyes and listening to all the beautiful birds and relaxing for a minute. So if you trust me enough, close your eyes with me. I will count to 30 seconds while we all enjoy the beautiful nature sounds and take a breather. And then I'll let you know when the 30 seconds is over so you won't be left hanging. So let's start right now. Okay, give or take, 30 seconds is over. Do you feel refreshed? I hope you do. I feel refreshed. Did you hear all the birds? Weren't they lovely? Oh, love listening to the birds out here. They're so special. All right, let's see. I did bring some quotes with me. Maybe we can find a good quote to set our intentions for the day. Does that sound good to you? What a good one for today, now that we're talking about gardens and stuff. This is by A.A. Milne. Weeds are flowers too, once you get to know them. Oh, isn't that true? Oh, it actually reminds me of don't judge a book by its cover, right? You know, weeds are flowers too. Weeds are Mother Nature's creation. Weeds are growing living beings as well, and honestly wasn't everything a weed until it was discovered to be something specific and special. Yeah, and weeds grow flowers too. That's all good points. Thank you, A.A. Milne. Weeds are flowers too, once you get to know them. Absolutely. I believe we were all weeds before we were appreciated, so thought I heard something. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I hope you enjoyed the scenery, the craft, chatting with me and everyone else. I hope you make the flowers. If you have time to join me in 3 minutes, we'll be doing the live premiere of the little three-dimensional flowers. So easy, right? Took me 4 minutes to make it. Took me about an hour to make a whole bunch of them to add to my wall. So pretty. If you decide to make them too, please feel welcome to share them with me. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you can join me in 2 minutes now, we can also keep chatting in the live premiere. And if you want to keep the party going even after that, head on over to the forums on my website where you can chat with everybody here, 100% private, all day long. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Have a wonderful day, everybody. And yes, I don't know when I'm going to talk to you next. I will be traveling a lot. I will go live when I can. I will be taking little videos to do a trip video, like montage when I'm done. So we'll see what's happening. Yes, happy Mother's Day to anybody who is celebrating, whether you're a mother or not. Everybody can celebrate Mother's Day. Celebrate Mother Nature, even if you don't have a mother to celebrate with. That's fine too. What else? Okay, then I'll see you at the live premiere for the 3D crochet flower in now 1 minute. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.